Yo, what's up guys, and today I'll be showing you the fastest way to solo regular dungeons with Mera in update 5.
So here are my stats. I have 380 stamina, 360 defense, 541 fruit, 25 roku, and the rest in sword. If you want to run dungeons with Mera and farm as well, I would recommend you do 300 to 400 stamina, 300 to 400 defense, 541 fruit, 25 roku, and 150 to 300 sword. I will also put my own stats as well as the stats I recommend in the description. Now on to the video. First off, if you do not have full Logia bar or aren't close to it, you want to run dungeons on Tropical Island. This is so the sword users don't eat at your Logia bar and drag you down.
When you get in the map, on wave 1 you want to enter Flame Flight and turn on Hockey. Then wait for the NPCs to get to the middle, then use Hiken and finish off the remaining NPCs on the side. Then once the round ends, you don't want to move your character at all. Just position your camera so that you are looking straight forward, not up or down. Now do not touch anything related to your camera or character. Make sure you're not moving, and you will be flight glitched. When you're flight glitched, all the NPCs, even the gun users, will come to you, and then you can finish them off with a Hiken. After every normal wave, your character will remain flight glitched, so make sure you still do not move your character or camera. You can though zoom in or out, and you can move your cursor. For all normal waves, waves 1 to 24, on Tropical Island, this is all you need to do. Stay still and just use Hiken when the NPCs are all grouped under you. I cut the video where the bosses spawn because all the ways to fight each boss and double boss will be at the end. Now here is a sped up version of all the normal waves on the Tropical Dungeons map. At the end of this I got a Yomi, so that's pretty good, and on this map, it only took me around 14 to 17 minutes to solo. Now on to Mysterious Dungeon. Only do this map if you have either a full or a close to full Logia bar. This is because in the later rounds, the sword users will eat at your Logia bar very quickly, and they can even drag you down and drain most of your health or kill you almost instantly. Now for waves 1 to 19, you run Mysterious Dungeons just like Tropical Island. Allow the NPCs to stack in the middle and kill any remaining NPCs around the edges during the first wave. Then for all the non-boss waves up to wave 19, just stand still, don't move, and use Heiken when all the enemies are stacked underneath you. If you have full Logia bar and you're in the Mysterious Dungeon map and you see that your Logia bar is getting low or they're almost about to break it, throw a Heiken ASAP so they don't drag you down. And if the sword users do end up dragging you down, just spam all the moves you have in an attempt to try to kill them all. Here is a sped up version of my non-boss waves up to wave 19. For NPC waves 21 to 24, the Kirabachi and 1SS users are more likely to pull you down and you're more likely to die, so what you gotta do is fly up in the sky and wait for them to stack under you. Then you throw a Heiken and finish the NPCs on the side. After you finish wave 24 and the double bosses on wave 25 spawn, you can just double reset to get your fruit. I only got a kilo from this dungeon, but on the Mysterious Dungeon map, I'm able to solo in about 12 to 14 minutes. Now on to the bosses. You fight the bosses basically the same for both maps, so I won't be showing two separate clips. For all the bosses, before the boss spawns, You want to exit flame flight, dash, then Geppo away and charge or hold down your ultimate. Release your ult when it says new wave starting, then Geppo away, towards the side, while you wait for your flame flight to get off cooldown, and then make sure to enter or use flame flight when it is off cooldown. An example of this will be shown in the next clip, where I am fighting the Hie Boss. Now for the Hie Boss, you want to use Hiken on him as soon as you enter flame flight, then, run up and flame pillar him. Then finish him off with your fireflies and Hiken. For the Mera boss, you want to use Hiken after you enter flame flight, then, run up to him, wait until after he uses fireflies and is either about to use his flame pillar or use his ult, so he is standing still, and then use your pillar and he's dead. If he's still alive, finish him off with fireflies and Hiken. For the Pika boss, enter flight, then hold block while he is using his light kick on you. Then wait for him to either use light lunge or his ult. Throw fireflies at him while he is ulting to do some damage. If he ults before using light lunge, after throwing fireflies, run up to him while he is ulting and then use flame pillar. If he ults after using light lunge at you, he will stand still after ulting, and that is when you run up and flame pillar him. After he finishes ulting and you finish using your pillar, fly up and use Hiken and fireflies on him until he dies.
Now for double bosses. For Pika High double boss, you want to enter flame flight after using your ultimate on them and hold block until the Pika boss uses his ult. When the Pika boss is ulting, throw fireflies at him, and then run up and use your flame pillar on him. Fly up and then use Hiken and fireflies on the two bosses. It is important that for all boss waves to aim your Hiken and fireflies off to the side, so it's harder for them to block it and PB you. For Pika Mera, you want to enter flame flight after using your ult. Since it is Pika Mera, you will die if they both hit you with their ult, so you want to fly around the whole island or stadium, depending on what map you're on, until they both use their ults. I like pressing W and D or W and A at the same time while flying, and I find that it helps me dodge their attacks better. After they both use their ults, you want to fly up and just use Hiken and fireflies on them until they die. Don't worry if you get hit a bit or if they block some of your attacks, you should still be able to defeat them as long as you use your moves. Also, make sure to hold your block while doing this so most of their attacks don't hit you. For double Mera, you want to enter flame flight and immediately run around the map to avoid their ults hitting you. If both ults hit you, you will most definitely die. So fly around the map until they both use their ultimate, and then when they finish ulting, fly up and use Hiken and fireflies to kill them. Be sure to hold your block for almost the whole time, even while flying away. This is so you don't get hit with any of the Mera boss's long-range moves, which do a bit of damage to you. Now I don't have a clip of me fighting double Pika or Mera High, so I will just explain them. For double Pika, you want to enter flame flight and block while they're using their moves. Wait for them to use their ult and stand still while they are ulting. While they are ulting, make sure to throw fireflies and Hiken at either one of them. If they use light lunge before ulting, they will stand still after they finish their ult, so you can run up and flame pillar them. If they don't use light lunge before ulting or don't stand still after ulting, just forget using flame pillar on them at all. When they are done ulting, fly up in the air and use Hiken and fireflies to kill them. For Mera High, you want to enter flame flight, throw Hiken at the bosses, run up the Mera user, wait for him to use fireflies on you, then use flame pillar while he's using his pillar or he's ulting. This will either kill him or take away most of his health. Then you want to fly up in the air and use Hiken and fireflies to kill the Hie Boss as well as finish the Mera boss. And that is it. Happy soloing!